Hey guys, today we are going to be looking at this screen extender. It's going to come in a box like this. Basically, you're just going to be careful, cut it open, and it'll come out of the box. And it's going to be, the box for it actually is, this is like a protected box. You'll see here, triple screen laptop extender. So it's a triple screen. There is your brand and there is your ID number. So you're going to notice it's 15.6 inches, 1920 by 1080. 60 hertz, 280 CDM, and 1000 to 1. So you're just basically, you just got this pull tab. It's pull it out. It's stiff. You will open it up. And we get our first look at it together. You're going to see there is a quick setup workstation. Tells you how to do it very quickly. There is the user's guide. And if you look in here, this has a really nice cover for it. I can tell right now. It's like a leather feel, and it's really nice. It also has it strapped inside here. This is nice for people who travel a lot and you want to take your extender with you. If you don't have a bag to put it in, or even if you do, this comes with this, and you'll notice it has handles on the inside, so you can carry it like a suitcase, or if you have a computer case, put it inside, but it's very well protected with the way they design it. And then also we'll have inside your cords. It will come with multiple cords because there's multiple ways to hook it up. And it does come with the piece that you use to plug it in. Most of them do not. This one does, in case you need it. You'll have a USB to C. You'll have a C1, C2 type. You'll have another C1, C2 type. And a third C1, C2 type. So it comes with a lot of cords. So here we got a laptop. This actually is a slightly bigger laptop than this, but the other laptop I have is smaller. This should work on any of them. It'll just be slightly bigger on one, slightly smaller on the other. So when you get it, it's going to come out of the box. You'll say, I really like this case. It's nice. Like this. And you're going to see it strapped together so that it doesn't come apart and get damaged. Now, when we open it up for the first time, it's going to open like a book. You see I have it upside down. It's more aimed towards the opposite side. You're going to see that these pieces have rubber here, rubber here, rubber here. And the reason why is when it's up against your computer, you don't want it to scratch up your computer or anything. And you're going to notice in here in the middle, it is adjustable in case the computer is a different size. Now on the back side, this is where you're going to hook up your various pieces and your switch that you will use to turn it on and off. They will plug in here, one of those three. And you're going to notice it has this piece here. Like I'm telling you, it's slightly smaller than this. So what I can do is tip this back. And then when I tip this screen back, this will hold it in place. So being smaller or bigger won't matter because it does have this. So you're going to open it up and you're going to measure it up to your computer. So I have it like this. I'm going to have to slightly tip back my computer screen. And I will tip these open, and you'll see this is not quite touching, so you're going to want to adjust your computer screen appropriately before you push it back, and then it'll just slide into place like this. It's set up. This is holding it in place. This is ready, so now we can plug it in. It has HDMI, it has USB to C, and it has C to C, so we're going to use the C to C, which is on this one is kind of neat because if you look at the ends, the way it's set up, one is angled. And you're going to see, if we look back here where this goes, right back here, you're going to want an angle because of the way this is set up. So just going to plug in here. And then we will take it up front here. And we will plug it in right here into the computer, C to C. And then our on-off switch will be on the back. So this is going to be your power button right here. And you're just going to turn it on. Before you can actually turn them on, you're going to want to remove these so you can see the screen, because you'll see these are dark. So they will cover your screen and you won't be able to tell if you have it on. So remove these before. So here's the one I plugged in first. Move that down to the second port. The first one's power, but when you hook this up to your computer, it should have power. So I moved that port, the C to C, from the top port down to the second one. Then I needed to also plug in the second one of these. So what I did is use the HDMI to C because my computer only has one C to C port. Some have multiple. This one only has one. So this is an HDMI to C and this is the C to C. And if you look up front here, I do have I do have the computer on. So when you're looking at this, you notice those 4 cords that came with it. These 3 say for product, the C1 to C2, C1 to C2, and the HDMI to C1. Those 3 will all be blue tagged. The HDMI to C will tell you right there it's the power cord only. So if you try to use it to hook it up, it will not work. You need to use one of the other 3. Now you're going to see both of these are very clear. This is the one that comes on your computer, of course. So you can move this however you want, closer or further away. You can stretch it out. You can angle these however you want. These are lightweight, so that leg in the back is holding it. And these, you see the picture is just as clear as the one on the computer. So when you unlock it, you're going to notice that it's a mirror. So you have to set your computer up so that it's not mirrored, because this is basically just going to show what you have going on when your middle screen, unless you set it up to be a try. So first you're going to right click. You're going to go to your display settings. Right here is what you're looking at. It says 1 and 2. We actually have 3 on this one, so we're going to switch it up. The reason you have to have 2 power cords is if you watch right here, each one of these powers one side or the other. It doesn't power both sides. See how I'm showing you? This has got power, but it's not on. This side has power and is on, but when I plug this one in, this one will start working as well. On my computer, it's asking me to identify, so I identified it. It picked up there was 3 screens. So 2 is my main screen, which is this. And then as you see, I can slide my mouse all the way across, and I can close this other one out. So now I have my mouse is set up to go all the way across like this. So once you have it set up for all 3 of them, you just hit extend to this display. Now here's my mouse. You watch it slide over here, but it's not here or here. I can slide it back to the middle and then over here. What this allows you to do, if I minimize this, I can open, let's say this. I can drag it over here. And you look, I can make multiple screens here while I still have this one. Then over here, if I want, I can open Google Chrome. Drag that over here. Then I can open a third one here, let's say Microsoft. And then on the third page, I can just open like my recycle bin. So I can have multiple projects going on. So I have this, I have this, I have this. So if I'm working, let's say I'm on a chat, I can have a chat open here while I have a project going on here and a chart here. So I can use the chart from over here, share it on my chat over here, and still be working right here. So, and I have to do this at work quite a bit. So I might be having a chat on over here, visual chat where they can see me and I can see them. I'll have my chart over here so I can see what I'm pulling up while they're seeing it, the way they're seeing it. And then also typing in notes on the third page. That's what's nice about the tri-screen. It gives you all this area, whereas before you might have to make 4 small ones. Now you have multiples here. You can just swing it over like this. Notice you also have the ability, if you want to, you can mirror your phone or use your desktop on your phone and hook it up here. I have it on desktop right now, but when you do that, what it's going to do on my phone didn't have enough power to run the screen, so you have to hook the power cord back up here in this top port right here, because it will need power from somewhere other than just your phone, because my phone did not have enough juice to run it. So in order to do that, I had to plug the power cord into the top and then plug it in over here. So that did give me the ability to, now I'm able to use my phone on one screen, as you see right here. So I can use my screen. I got set up as a desktop from my phone. So I have my phone on this screen as a desktop, but then you're going to have to go back in and reset this up as a 2 screen, because you'll see it's mirroring itself. It's because I disconnected the third one. So what you have to do is go back in here and set it up as a 2 instead of a 3. So it's not hard to do. You just minimize this, and then you will go back in, do your display settings and switch it. See, now it's a 2, and then you just want to extend these displays. And then right now my mouse will go back and forth across these. So you want to keep the changes. So now I'm able to pull my mouse back and forth while I'm using my phone over here. And it's not just your phone. You can also use, that's why this became 2, because the third one is hooked up to my phone. It knows that my phone's not, that's why you have the duplicate. I told you if you didn't have them both plugged in, only one will work. That way you can plug one side into your phone or a Switch, a game system like a Switch. Switch can hook up to this, and you could actually be using two sides of your monitor while your child is playing a game here. This is nice if you're like at an airport and you're working and you have a child there. They could play a game on this screen here while you're working on these two, or vice versa over here. So you can have a phone plugged in, or if you really wanted to, you could hook a Switch up to this side, use this side for a computer, and hook your phone up to this side. So you can have 3 different devices at once, as long as you have the power cord plugged in. So the other option I have, when I plug this in, it's going to ask me if I want a mirror. I don't want a mirror this time. I mean, I don't want a desktop. I'm going to mirror. So now what my phone is showing. So it's going to ask you if you want a desktop, so you can make your phone into a desktop on here, or you can just mirror your phone. So whenever you do, see when I move my finger on here, it will hear. That way, also, if you're doing something and you want a bigger screen, you have that option. You can do like that. So I could have a Switch over here. I could have my phone over here while I have my computer here, or I can have my computer on 2 screens, a phone or a Switch on this screen. So it gives you a lot of options, and you can go in and change all your display settings on these too. So you can change your brightness, color, all that, but that will only affect the ones that are hooked up to your computer. If it's hooked up to your phone, you'll have to go into the phone settings to make the adjustments. When you go back to the 3 again, that's all I did was unplug it from my phone and plug it back in. My computer was already set up. So unless you shut your computer down, it should stay set up for that. And you'll notice my mouse right here on this side, moving around to here. Then I can move it over to here. Then I can move it over to here. So you have 3 different screens, and you can have multiple things on each screen. So if you've got 6 things going on, you can minimize this or maximize this. And then I can shrink this size, drag it over. Then I can have another one this size here. So I can technically have 6 things going on right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and still have a big enough screen that I could see all of them very good. Let's say, like I start, maybe you have the chat here, but at the same time, you've got separate chats going on here, which I've also had that happen. You're doing text chats while you're in a chat, and you're watching your screen. So you have a lot of room with this. You'll notice this is a 17-inch screen on this computer. These are 15.6, but you can't really tell that much because it is close, and I have it tilted back. Perfect setup. So once again, if you want to set it up, you're going to hit Identify. If you only have a single screen, only one of these plugged in, it's only going to show 2. If you have both of them plugged in, it'll show 3. So then that's all you got to do is extend the display to these screens. And you're always going to want, this was number 1, because if you change your numbers up, like 1, 2, 3, this is going to be your main screen. So I always set up mine, since I'm right-handed, 1, 2, 3. But that's up to you how you want to do it. Just hit Identify. Your computer should do all the work for you. Pick up the other ones, and then you extend. Because if you, the other options are duplicate. So if you do that, duplicate 1 and 2, these are going to be the same, and this one's going to be separate. Or 1 and 3. You just want to extend to these displays. Don't duplicate unless you want the 2 screens looking exactly the same. So the cool safety feature that I do like about this, you'll notice when I put my screen down, this automatically tips forward, so you don't have to worry about it flipping over. So it's set naturally up. It will automatically go level when you remove the screen, because I had it tilted because the leg was a little bit, this is a little bit shorter, so I needed to tilt it back. But because of the way it's made, it automatically pulls itself level, so when you're disconnecting your computer, it won't fall. Just make sure you remember to unplug your cords before you move your computer. Now for me, I'm going to put these back on. That's up to you whether or not you choose to, but I want to make sure my screens stay protected. And you see they just peel away. So just try to line it up as best you can and put them back if you choose to. So if I put these in wrong, you can do it wrong, but it won't close properly. So if I put this one first and I go to close this one, notice it won't close all the way. So you'll know right away if you did it the wrong way. You want to do the right side first, then the left side, and then it will be flat. You just want to put your strap back on so it's taped nice and closed. Then you just slide it in here, and you'll notice right here is the spots for your accessories. These, if you want to put them in there. Then it slides neatly right back into your little case. I like this case, as I've said before. I like the way it feels too. It's got like a really nice texture to it, and this side is actually padded. This side is like flat. This side is padded, so you know which side goes down. Triple screen extender. Comes with a super nice case. Comes with all the cords that you'll need, plus extras. There's actually one extra one, two extra ones, depending on whether or not you're using your phone. As I pointed out, maybe your phone will keep it turned on. Mine would not, so I had to plug it in. You can use a game system, computer, set game system like the Switch will plug into it, or you can do a Switch and the computer on 2 screens. It's got a lot of options to it. Really crystal clear. I like the way it automatically tips itself up for safety. This case has padding on the bottom. Really nice. We're going to put the link for this in the description. Like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. If you're somebody who uses a lot of screens, this screen extender is going to be a lifesaver for you.